Milky Taro bought me a sparkling melon soda, and it is really good. Blah. Hi there, Milky Taro. Here we go with that appropriation side of things again. Oh, damn it, Blizzard. not sure why the audio is cutting like that. I'm not entirely certain on what could be causing that at the moment, but it is definitely irritating. Wah. Ba, 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 ba. All right, I'm gonna actually abruptly kill the music here because I got the. Yes, I know. I got the startup video to actually play. Enjoy. Wait. Okay, now it's detecting. It's such an interesting intro. Oh, did I turn this down? I think I did, but let's see. Back to WoW now. Load her game. I did. Okay. I remember other people were saying that this was too loud, so let's do some audio testing real quick. I did. Okay. I remember other people. Nope, that sounds good on my end. Okay, cool. You can even turn that up a little bit. But that gives me a better idea. Having it up here was too loud. Probably up to here is where we really want it. Double check again. It up here was too loud. Probably up to here is where we really want it. Double check again. Yep, that works. Cool. Sorry about the audio loop. Such is the nature of testing those things. Okay. So. Oh god, I forgot how to play games all of a sudden. Oh, right. Okay. So, we're playing on the original Diablo. I did get Hellfire running. I got another save file going in Hellfire. It turns out Diablo 1 and Hellfire do not have compatible save files, so there's an item I got, a really nice bow, that I don't have access to right now, but I will later. On the other account. Character. Whatever you want to call it.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Most of this, nothing to us. We are kind of loaded up rather nicely. A lot of gold, holy. Did not realize how much we had going for gold. Okay, let's just take some cash and go talk to Adria real quick.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Ooh, scroll. Infravision. Book of Golem. Also good. Also, it's only now I realize just how much gold I'm actually sitting on. That is wild. Okay. Okay. So double checking a few things. Because we went down to hell. Yeah, everything here is and should remain dead. I started loading a prior save, or sorry, loading a character into a new save repeatedly, looking for loot on my other character, which is how I found the super awesome bow. Oh! Right. Okay, so everything I just did was for naught. Yay. My headphones are dying. Okay, one sec. Let me get this plugged in. What a goofy set of circumstances. Note to self, save after you're done handling inventory stuff. Yay, friend. Hi, Wolfie.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So, let's think. Because this could get real stupid real quick if I don't do this right. Guardian can't hurt them. Lightning isn't going to be strong enough. I'm going to have to get in there and then start scooting real quick. I also need to turn down game speed. Leave it on heal and just book it. Note that all of the hallways and stuff are much wider here in Hell. Oh right, I'm not actually strong enough to kill the stuff here. I'm only strong enough to very slowly treat each one like that butcher encounter. Round around the mulberry bush, the Nephilim chases the weasel. I gotta get out of here right now. I'm not an easel. Put that there. Okay. Inferno, teleport, fireball, lightning, healing. Another town portal. We could use that. Infravision, teleport. Which we're not. We don't have the level for that. Okay. Let's try this again. That felt like the ending of the original Doom. Suddenly a room with more demons than you could feasibly have the ammo for. Okay. Save like this. Everything chased us into the other room. Just one at a time. One square, one sight radius. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. Ow. Ow. Save. A little bit at a time. I see somebody appearing. Like, I really got myself tangled up in a lot of stuff I shouldn't have all at once. That was why I got caught in a death loop before ending stream last time. Just the perfect mix of enough of both of these to overwhelm everything I had. Alright. I don't have enough dodge out or AC to like negate this damage. It is brutal. Elixir of Dexterity. Increase dexterity outright. Alright. So once I get my dexterity maxed, that's where I'll want to use to level up further, which I didn't realize was a thing. I kind of feel like that's probably not a thing. Feels like a Devolution X thing. That is a lot of knights. Come on! That is so many knights. Like, I just got done fighting the Skeleton King on level 3. Dude has less functional tracking than these guys. Actual boss character has less functional tracking than these guys. Ah! So crunch. Ow. Ow. Okay. One of the things stopping me from doing a lot of stuff is not having the magic necessary to drive most of it. Okay. I hate this place. Tempted to actually do another run up through the levels on the same character new file. Bonk 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 bonk. Where's my library? Book of Stone Curse. Okay. So I guess
I have no room.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
plus 14 to strength. Hit steals 5% life though. Drop the strength. Yeah. May as well.
Now where would I put
I have
this?
no room.
Whoa, what can I do for you? Whoa, what can I do
Right,
for you?
can't sell that to him. Fast attack, knocks back, plus 20 mana, minus 20 health, plus to fire hit. What's it? 18 to 28, 20 to 28. It is comparable damage to my ultra fancy bow, which is kind of impressive. 17 to 26. So when I see it that way, like, it's... Wait a sec. 1 to 10 fire damage. It's not even being calculated there. I don't think it is, at least. Alright.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Sorry, Griswold. We'll get another one of those from you. Totally. Option speed.
I have no room. I can't carry anymore.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
A book of Town Portal would be great, but no. You're like, check out the staff. Alright. I'm gonna clean up. Very Diablo 1 looking inventory. What was in the shop?
What can I
What do you
do
got?
for you?
Bow. Vicious Sword of Bashing. Nice. Soldier's Broad Axe of Speed. Faster attack. Rest of that, eh. How much gold up? 83,000. Nice.
Over here.
What you got? HP plus 42. That's pretty good, actually. Unfortunately, Arcane's Valor does a little bit better. Okay, save game. New game. With this character. No. Oh. Normal. Okay. Starting out with 83,000 gold.
What can I do for you?
Premium items. Reflect the character. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know if it would be story-based, level-based, or what. That +6 to all attributes. Crystal Ring Mail of Giants. Wow. Alright, hold on one sec. Random hot flashes. Love it.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Repair? No, we are fully repaired.
Hello, my friend.
What stories? Thank you.
Good day.
Cool.
How may I serve you?
You know, I'm tempted to use that storage.
friend? Can a fellow drinking geese?
Can a fella drink some geese? Or does he want to drink in peace? We know he never eats his peas.
Psst. Over here.
Tower Shield of the Age is indestructible. Let's see if there's any interesting books.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Just scrolls. Just scrolls. Okay. Let's shred. We're at 10:44.
Please.
Listen to me, the Archbishop Lazarus.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
gonna feel like molasses by the time I actually get to the caves again. Because I'm gonna turn the speed back down. I don't really care about most of this, but what I'm looking for are gold items. Because rare though they may be, they do exist. Another thing that you'll find on floor 1 every single time, if you just keep starting new save files, keeping the character, is
I can't carry anymore.
libraries. If you want to grind for spells without having to pay for them, that's the
Now
way you do
where
it.
would I put this?
Guess who forgot to put all of her money on the ground? I don't even think anything in here can actually target me. I don't care about any of this. Library. Nope, not a library. Just a shrine.
I have no Now room. Where would I put this? I can't carry anymore. Not enough mana.
Book of Holy Bolt, Book of Healing.
Well, what can I do for you?
I love some spell grinding. Wait, how did I miss? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Alright, moving on. Then we have the cardigan because, of course, the body's like, now you're cold. Uh-huh. Totally. Thanks, body. Where's my joint? Cheers. So I meant to talk earlier about this. This is actually a game that taught me about the concept of keyboard and mouse. Because up until I had made it to the catacombs as a kid, when I played keyboard-based games, those were separate from mouse-based games. And I used all the buttons that were available to me to navigate everything via mouse. So it hadn't occurred to me that this game would have hotkeys. These are numbers meant to indicate you press that number on the keyboard to make a thing happen, or that you can set hotkeys in your spellbook. And it wasn't until making it to the catacombs and getting just brutalized by the Overlord class or type enemies, mob, whatever, they're a recolor. Because it took too long during combat to fire, and then select, and then fire, run, and then select, and so on. We had never attempted to use the numbers up until that point. Interestingly enough, Diablo 1 taught me that you needed to sell white items. Diablo 2 taught me that you needed to sell white items if you didn't have money, but you could ignore them after a while. And then Diablo 3 went right back to white items again, and Diablo 4 is like, don't sell anything if it's not magical, otherwise just throw it in the trash or break it down. And breaking it down became part of the trash. Like, you still needed to collect the things, even if you didn't want to, which I also hated that. But I note that that design sensibility does actually seem to reflect this. That if it's not magical, after a certain point, don't pick it up. No experience in these things.
Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you?
2 books of charge hold. I see. So many identify. so many healing to identify. What the hell? Like, I definitely appreciate that in Diablo 2 they give you tomes to put the stuff into.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Right, I meant to look at that Garnet Crown. Resist fire 46 plus 6 to all attributes. AC 11, AC 4, 20 to strength, 15 to dex, 5 to vit, minus 20 to magic. (18 to 28) down to 14 to 24. Doesn't unequip anything though.
Whoa, what can I do for you? Whoa, what can I do for you?
There we go. Still can. That's surprising. I'm gonna lose that there. Cool. 16 to 26. 18 to 28. What's plus 6 to all attributes? I see. Makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. To not have that minus 20 going on. Okay.
The spirits of the dead are now avenged.
Ah, that was satisfying. Here, you take this. Close this door. Level 209. Not even the butcher was worth any experience. They said level 20, they meant it. But this does also feel like being level 20 in D&D. This is ridiculous. This... Hello. Now that is a tool I can hold on to. 16 charges. Till I can learn the spell. No better thing. Dang it. These are all useful, yeah, but Ooh. Ribs. Okay. Oh. Which way is out of here? That way.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Well, that was not what I meant to do, but okay. That was also not what I meant to do, but okay. Still 209. Bummer. That's Chupacabra. I want to say that was actually one of the first things I memorized with purpose in Spanish. Was the goat sucker. Hi, Roxy. How you doing, sweetheart? another library. Wait, what? Fastest Diablo you'll ever see. My arms hurt today. Whoa. They absolutely took that asset directly from this game when they put it into Diablo 2. That's so funny to realize.
Now where would I put this? I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Book of Town Portal. Sold. Yay! I don't need to carry I don't need to carry Scrolls of Town Portal anymore. F8 shall heretofore be Town Portal. That's so good. And that is why we reload level 1. It's so worth it. I completely paid for itself. I need to remember to hit the shop every time.
Stay for a moment.
Yeah.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to
time I
the
drop a
Tavern of the
level.
Rising.
Good day. How may I serve you? Psst, over here.
You just stole that from Griswold's cart. What the hell, man?
What ails you, my friend?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
Damn. That's pretty nice, actually. Let's see.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Nice.
I can't carry anymore. Now where would I put this?
Please, no hurt, no kill. Keep alive, and it's my good bring to you.
I can't carry anymore.
Something for you I am making. Again, not kill Garbad. Live and give good. You'll take this as proof I keep word.
Thank you, Garbad. +7 to all attributes. That's a very nice axe, Garbad. Thank you.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
It's a very nice axe. Jeez.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Resist fire is maxed out. I didn't even realize it.
So
So it came to be that there was a great revolution within the burning hells, known as the Dark Exile. The lesser evils overthrew the three prime evils and banished their spirit forms to the mortal realm. The demons Belial, the Lord of Lies, and Osmodan, the Lord of Sin, fought to claim rulership of Hell during the absence of the three brothers. All of Hell polarized between the factions of Belial and Osmodan, while the forces of the high heavens continually battered upon the very gates of Hell.
That very same war is what Diablo 3 is actually about. Well, the expansions for Diablo 3 is Belial and Osmodan kind of wreaking havoc while the three primes are dealing with their own stuff and plurality. Forced plurality, but plurality nonetheless. Now, we did just find a book here. Does that mean it's time to do story time from the Diablo stories, or should we continue playing the game here? Like, you tell me if you folks want me to do story time. I'm happy to pause this and switch to reading. If not, we'll do some more hack and slash.
Nothing yet. Almost done. Nothing yet. Almost done. Very powerful. Very strong. Live, live. No pain. And promise I keep.
Okay. I guess we'll come back later. The stories are
The smell
fantastic
of
to hear.
death surrounds.
Okay. Let's go back over there then. I wonder if that's enough to also trigger Garbad. Let's see.
This too good for you. Very powerful. You want, you take.
What if I don't want to fight you, bud?
I'm not impressed.
You tried to kill me over a stick with a nail in it. What's wrong with you, man? Okay, where's that book? Tab, zoom. Okay. You put a lot of time into putting that nail into it. I guess so. Also, welcome in. I can't read that. It's in red. Wyvern Rider. Welcome in. Alright, we're gonna take a moment here. A moment as in probably upwards of an hour, seems on the average with these, to read a story from the Tales of the Herodic Library, the official tie-in short stories collection from Blizzard when Diablo 4 came out. The last story that we read was The Tomb of Tal Rasha, a bit of introspection on what was going on inside the mind of Tal Rasha at the time that Baal was entrapped within his body. So, the next story is going to be When the Dark Seeps In by Delilah S. Dawson. It was raining the day Timothy learned how to say goodbye. He was only 4, and before that hadn't had much use for the word. It was just mother, father, and his older brother, Patrick. And not one of them strayed too far from the little thatched cottage, the smug barn, the neat garden, all contained within a tumble-down rock wall in a lonely corner of Scotland. Ah, the accent I cannot do. One sec. Of course, most of the voice actors that did their early lines in this also couldn't do any of the accents. Sometimes Mother or Father went out to the wooden gate to visit the neighboring small village over the hill, and Father often went hunting in the forest, but they were always back before night. What is Diablo 3, your music is the opposite of like vibey ambiance. Yeah, hold up. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna be irritated if this switches over to something else because it's titled weirdly. Sometimes mother and father went out to the wooden gate to visit the neighboring small village over the hill, and father often went hunting in the forest. But they were always back before nightfall with lively things to talk about and good things to eat. Well, usually. Not in the past few weeks. Tim's belly grumbled a lot more lately. Say goodbye, little love. Patrick is going to meet the druids, mother said, holding... Oh, my voice. My voice tonight has about as much Tybee ambience as Jack Sparrow's theme. Tybee. Say goodbye, little love. Patrick is going to meet the druids, mother said, holding Timothy up so he could look his older brother in the eye. Patrick was 12, an unimaginably old age, and he was going off all on his own lonesome with just a ragged brown cloak and some bread tied up in a kerchief. What's a druid? Timothy asked. Mother and father shared a glance, turning to their eldest. Those who speak to the winds and the beasts in the forest, Patrick answered for them. Legend says they are wise and have many great powers. Surely they'll help us. He frowned as he looked around the farm, but then he smiled at Timothy. Plus, with me gone, there's more for you to eat. He tickled Timothy, and Timothy laughed and forgot all the frowning, worried looks passing between mother and father. Back for supper? Timothy asked, but no one had ever been gone overnight before. I'll be gone a long time, Patrick told him, but I'll always be thinking about you and looking out for you, even if we're far apart. Timothy leaned out of his mother's arms, and Patrick caught him and nuzzled his head. When mother pulled Timothy away again, he clung to his brother, tears filling his eyes. No, Patty, he screeched. Stay! Patrick backed up, one step after the other, his eyes pleading for understanding. It's for the best, Tim, he said with a sniffle. Take care of mother and father. No! Timothy wailed, and then Patrick turned and ran through the gate, nearly tripping over his own feet in father's old boots. Vibey. Why was I saying Tybee? Even still, upon reading it again. Timothy tried to run after Patrick, but mother caught him easily and swung him up into her arms and carried him inside and shut the door, securing the big lock that was too high for him to reach. Timothy cried until he collapsed, and then she fed him his mush and tucked him up in his little trundle bed. But he was too upset to sleep, and he heard mother and father murmuring in the big bed from the corner of the room. How did he find the way? Mother asked. There are rumors in the village. Fie on the village, father said angrily. What do they know? Haven't seen a druid in 3 generations. The tall tales grow bigger every year. The forests of Skosgum belong to the druids. If they want him, he'll be found. And if not? Oh, how mother's voice wobbled. If not, we'll never know, will we? There's no future for the boy here. The crops dwindle, the cow's milk dried up, and the chickens aren't laying. When I go hunting, the beasts are hard to find. Sometimes I come across one that's twisted, wrong. Mother sounded like she might be crying now, but the bed cracked as father drew her close. Look, love, Patrick is a clever lad. If the druids take him in, he has a chance at a better life. That's all we can ever hope for. And what of the wee lad? Mother whispered, but Timothy heard it and wondered if she was talking about him. If things get worse, when he's 12, we'll send him out too, father sighed. Patrick was right. One less mouth to feed. Methinks we'll soon appreciate that. Timothy fell asleep to the sound of his mother's soft sobs and his father's murmured promises. He dreamed of a small boy in a big dark forest, running down a path with no beginning and no end. 8 years later. It was a good thing Timothy had learned to say goodbye that day when Patrick left for the forests, because the goodbyes came hard and fast as he grew up. First Alessia, the farm cat, was found nearly inside out. Then the milk cow just fell over one day, light as a dandelion puff, as if she'd been drained of her milk and blood both. Father brought home a brindle dog to help protect the property, but it ran away and was never seen again. Grandmother and grandfather, who lived near the village center, died in quick succession, maybe from being too old and maybe from something else. No one seemed to know. The dark just keeps seeping in, Mother would sometimes say, and Father would shush her, but he never disagreed. When Timothy was 10, Father went out hunting one day and didn't return. Mother went to look for him, and Uncle Joran came down to help her search. But no matter how far they roamed with their lanterns, calling his name, they never found hide nor hair of him. Timmins didn't know what would have been worse, the certainty of knowing his father had been killed, or learning he'd left him to venture out alone in search of some place better. Finally, worst of all, Mother died when Timothy was nearly 12. He woke at dawn to find her in her rocking chair by the fire, skin gone gray and sunken. She'd faded away steadily after Father disappeared, insubstantial as a ghost, and even though she tried to hide it with extra shawls, Timothy knew she'd been denying herself food so he would have enough. At least he'd let her kiss her forehead the night before, for all that he felt too old for such things. Her lips had felt like cobwebs. That morning, Timothy buried Mother out behind the barn, and he was surprised at what hard work it was digging a grave. Standing over her, he felt like part of his soul had floated off without him, and although he knew he should say something, he didn't know what. Rest in peace, Mother, he managed, but felt it was insufficient. Perhaps he should have gone to the neighboring village. He should have let Uncle Jorn and what little family he left know what had happened. But in the last few years, Uncle Jorn had stopped coming, and Mother had stopped going, making Timothy promise he wouldn't walk the path over the hill. The last time she'd gone, she'd been chased by something. She wouldn't say what it was, but she never went over the hill again, and Timothy planned on keeping his promise. That day, Timothy drew water from the well and weeded the gardens and pulled up one puny little carrot. He checked his snares and the fish trap and brought home a scrawny rabbit and a few finger-sized fish. He swept the cottage floor and fell to his knees, crying. He was all that he had left, and he was alone. First Patrick, and then Mother, and then Father. With each loss, the light and joy had been sucked out of his life until he couldn't remember the last time the sun had truly shone on his face. Sometimes he thought perhaps Patrick had never existed, that he was just a dream from a better time. Whenever he asked Mother and Father about Patrick, they changed the subject. The only sign that Patrick had ever truly existed was a little carved figure that maybe resembled a spotted dog in the right light. Timothy thought he remembered Patrick giving it to him, but then again, such a thing could have come from anywhere. Later that day, Timothy stood over Mother's grave at sunset, a posy of ragged dandelions in his fist. He'd tied 2 sticks together to make a rough cross, but it didn't seem like enough. Mother, he murmured, falling to his knees in the freshly turned dirt. You can't be gone. I can't do this alone. I need help. The world is too hard. He looked up to the sky, at the birds wheeling overhead. Help me! He screamed. The birds flapped away, cawing harshly, embarrassed by his outburst. Timothy stood and dusted off his knees. He left the posy in the dirt and went inside before darkness fell. The next 2 years all ran together, dreary and gray, the sun hidden by oppressive clouds from dawn to dusk. Timothy went through the motions of his daily life, but often found himself standing over his mother's grave as if he were half asleep. Each night he secured the big lock on the door. When he was young it had seemed impossibly high, but now he could reach it easily. With the door shut, the cottage was snug and warm, and sleep was a welcome oblivion. He no longer rose with the sun. He ate little. Time had lost all meaning. And then one morning, Timothy was awakened by an odd noise. He sat up, blinking his dreams away, uncertain how to proceed. In all his 14 years, no one had ever come knocking at the cottage house. He slid out of bed and picked up the big kitchen knife he kept sharp for cleaning fish. There was no way to see who might be outside, nor was there another exit to the cottage, unless he opened the shutters that he always remained firmly locked over the windows at Mother's request. It was almost entirely dark within, but the light that shone through the cracks looked like molten gold. Hello! Timothy barked. Good morning, a voice replied, a fine mellow voice, definitely not what Timothy was expecting. What do you want? It is good that you are distrustful, said the voice, sounding very reasonable. We live in dangerous times. Are you the man of the house? No, Timothy lied. There are several of us in here, all armed to the teeth. The voice chuckled. Courage. I like that. Will you open the door? What, so you can rob me? Timothy shouted. There's nothing left to take. Has it truly gotten so bad? The voice asked, sounding genuinely concerned. It could not be worse, Timothy admitted, softening up a bit, because what did he have to lose by telling the truth? Then it's good I've come. Wait. I guess this is going to be Patrick's voice then. Then it's good that I've come, the voice said, for I'm your brother Patrick, and it just so happens I crossed paths with a young hart on my way here. It should feed us both for a while. The breath caught in Tim's throat. It was simply too good to be true. Patrick's been gone for 10 years. Prove that you are he. A fond sigh carried through the door. The day I left, I wore father's old boots. They were too big. I ran away so you wouldn't see me cry. I wanted you to think me brave. Anyone might guess that. I need more proof. I carved a little dog for you when you were small. Not particularly well. I sliced my thumb and told you the bloodstain was a spot. But it was a spotted dog. Knife still in his hand, hardly daring to hope, Timothy unlatched the door and let it swing inward. There, framed by the morning sun, was a big man, taller even than father ever had been. Over a long green robe he wore layered gray pelts that accentuated his wide shoulders, and his long golden hair was braided back with beads and bits of bone. He had blue tattoos tracing up his forearms, and in one hand he held an imposing staff of twisted wood topped with a glittering crystal. In the other hand he held out a carving, like a dog that actually looked like a dog. I got better, he said with a wry smile. A smile that Timothy knew immediately. He threw himself into his brother's arms, and when they pulled out of the hug, Timothy saw that springtime had arrived along with his visitor. The garden was full of green, the trees were unfurling their leaves and buds, and the birds were back singing in the boughs. And true to his word, a large plump stag lay dead at Patrick's feet. Did you really find the druids? Timothy asked, now breathless with excitement. Patrick chuckled and put a hand on his brother's shoulder. I did. Are you a druid now? I am, and so might you be one day if you wish it. A golden amulet on Patrick's chest briefly glowed, and then he was scooping up the heavy deer as if it were nothing, heading into the barn. Come help me clean him, and I'll tell you more. Tim spent the rest of the day following Patrick, asking a million questions. Patrick did his best to answer what he could, although he couldn't explain why the realm was falling to lawlessness and corruption, and why there were twisted beasts haunting the forest. When Timothy asked him why he'd returned, Patrick looked up into the trees overhead and said only, "The birds talk." When Timothy asked him what that meant, he stopped what he was doing and looked to his younger brother in the eyes and said, "Listen, it's no longer safe for you to go beyond the stone wall, especially toward the village. Promise me you'll stay within, and take care of the hunting and fishing. Together we'll see this place flourish again, just as mother and father wished. Do you promise?" I suppose so. Tim's brow drew down. But I've been going beyond the wall ever since father died. I brought home meat and fish for mother. I'm strong. Why is it dangerous for me but fine for you? It's dangerous for everyone, Patrick allowed. He pulled back his cloak to show the axe and dagger on his belt, then turned to show the crossbow and quiver on his back. But I've been trained. I sense things. I know what's out there, and I know how to fight it. He grinned. Aren't younger brothers supposed to be lazy and argue for less chores, not more? Timothy wanted to insist that he was perfectly capable, but, well, he was scared of the world beyond. Just last week he'd found a two-headed baby rabbit dead in the grass. And one time he'd been chased by a horrible thing, all quills and hisses, that had scratched the garden gate after he'd thrown it shut. He couldn't forget Mother's whispered words about the dark seeping in. It was scary out there, but he didn't want Patrick to think he was weak. Even if he was weak. Living off gruel and cabbage would do that to a lad. That night they dined on roast venison, made tender and succulent with herbs Patrick carried in a sporran. Timothy ate until his stomach bulged. He couldn't remember the last time he'd felt full. As they ate, Patrick asked him question after question, trying to fill in all the time he'd been lost. Hearing about father, he frowned and leaned back. Hearing about mother, he let loose a single tear. Finally, Patrick stood and yawned, his knuckles scraping the thatch of the ceiling. "You can take the bed," Timothy offered, but Patrick only smiled. "I've been sleeping on the ground for years. You take it." When he'd banked the fire and locked the door, Patrick rearranged his cloak like a blanket and settled in, lying down right there in the entryway. "It's warmer by the fire," Timothy said. "I know there's a draft." But Patrick didn't move. He played with the knife from his belt, the sharpened metal glinting in the darkness. I've slept in worse places. It took a long time for Timothy to fall asleep. He was glad to see his older brother returned, overjoyed really, but he was full of confusing emotions. Guilt that mother had died on his watch, shame over his father's abandonment, an echoing sense of loss to have spent most of his life starving and frightened when the presence of his older brother might have been a balm. So many memories they'd never made, and all the while his brother was somewhere far away, learning new things. What are the druids like? Timothy asked. They're everything the legends say, yet more. Warriors and poet kings, fierce fighters and spiritual seekers, raucous drinkers and solemn stoics. They told me it's possible our family is descended from. He chuckled. Well, that's a topic for another day. I traveled a long way to get here, and I reckon I'll sleep like a bear tonight. Good night, Tim. He rolled over, turning to face the door. Tim had thought about what Patrick had said, how he described the druids as a whole, but not as individuals, and not as men. He didn't know anything more than before he'd asked. Patrick was good at that, answering questions in a way that left one with only more questions. Tim had trusted his brother, and yet he felt a little uneasy around him. But with his full belly and the fire's warmth, sleep soon claimed him despite his doubts. When he awoke the next morning, Patrick was gone, and Timothy momentarily thought it had all been a dream, except a new dog carving was beside him on the pillow, and some cold venison was laid out on the table for him, along with a little cress and a fresh water from the well. The door was unlocked, but when he poked his head outside, he didn't see Patrick. The sun was still shining, and spring ran riot over the yard and garden. Everything was bright and green, flowers already heavy-headed and blossoms dripping from the trees. Timothy had only planted the carrots, potatoes, and onions a few days ago, and yet the tops were verdant and knee tall. He heard whistling, and Patrick pushed through the wooden gate of the stone wall, carrying a fish as long as his arm. You kept the fish traps as well, little brother. Even with this fine fellow thrashing about, the trap held. Timothy gawped at the fish. I'd never seen one that big in my entire life, not even when father would fish with worms. Patrick just shrugged. They migrate to spawn. It's just that time of year. But it bothered Timothy a bit that Patrick had such luck about him. Is this druid magic? Timothy asked. For the stag first, and now the fish. Patrick regarded him coolly. Is it magic to know where the best mushrooms grow year after year? Is it magic to select the best bull to breed with your heifer? I haven't seen a fish longer than my hand in any of those traps in 6 years, so if you found it in one of my traps, then yes, that feels a bit like magic. Patrick walked around the house and slapped the fish down on the butcher block. Then call it magic if you like. To me, it's just lunch. He picked the flaying knife, considered it with a frown, then sharpened it on the stone before neatly gutting the fish. The knife had been perfectly sharp, Timothy thought with a pang of resentment. He took pains to keep it that way. Patrick need not have found fault with it. It was like he was trying to show his superiority. Timothy swallowed the rather unkind thought at the appearance of the succulent, crisp meal, but there were many such instances as the brothers learned to coexist. They would go out to the garden, and Timothy would pull up a spindly turnip while Patrick pulled up one the size of a cat's head. Timothy would notice that the woodpile was dwindling and make plans to fetch wood the next day, only to awaken to the sound of Patrick splitting logs in one chop with what had to be a battle axe. Patrick offered to teach him how to use the crossbow, but Patrick's shots always struck the bullseye, while Tim's shots frequently went wide. Each time it happened, Patrick was smiling, kind, eager to explain things, and each time Timothy would resent him a little more, because he'd done just fine on his own before his big brother had resurfaced, hadn't he? If not, he wouldn't be alive. Perhaps the druids did things better with some sort of secret invisible magic, but there was nothing wrong with the way Timothy carried on day to day. As Patrick spun tales of trees the size of mountains and conversing with eagles, Timothy had to actively refrain from rolling his eyes. Instead, his thoughts rode the winds of distrust, and his heart began to turn. Patrick was his brother, but he was strange, and for all his endless words, he never really seemed to say anything real, anything about himself. One night, Timothy awoke with a full bladder to find Patrick missing from his place before the door, his weapons left behind, leaning neatly against the wall. Across the room, the door was noticeably unlocked. The wood was cold against Tim's hand as he pulled the door open, just enough to see the midnight world beyond. The gibbous moon lit the softly swaying branches and flowers, limning the old stone wall in clear, cold blue. Movement caught Timothy's eye, and he saw Patrick open the garden gate and pass beyond. In his hand he held his twisted staff, and the crystal sat in its clutches glowed a sinister shade of green. Patrick silently closed the garden gate, and Timothy lost sight of him. He shut the door and sat on his bed, his mind reeling. What was Patrick doing? Should Timothy follow him out into the forest? But no, it was dangerous out there, and if Patrick didn't know it, he'd soon find out. Timothy waited all night, his fingers curled around the fish knife under his pillow, his eyes trained on the unlocked door. He must have fallen asleep at some point. Perhaps he dreamt it, because when he woke at dawn, Patrick was back asleep on the floor, snoring. 100 times that day, he opened his mouth to ask Patrick about the midnight wandering he'd witnessed, and 100 times his mouth snapped shut. If Patrick was doing something bad, something evil out in the corrupted woods, then it was not like he was going to tell the truth anyway. The very next night, Timothy feigned sleep, and again he bore witness as Patrick arose with nimble silence, glanced around the bed, and left. After counting to 10, Timothy crept to the door and watched him slip through the gate. The next morning, Patrick was asleep on the floor, with a brace of hairs hanging from the ceiling. Patrick promised to make him a warm hat for the winter. Timothy ate his stew and tried to smile, but inside he was shriveling up like a snail in salt. Even if he pretended to be a good caring brother, Patrick was lying to him, or at the very least doing something he shouldn't. The artwork for this is beautiful. On the next night, Timothy waited until Patrick was outside, then silently rose from his bed, took up his brother's abandoned crossbow, and followed. Once Patrick was out the gate, Timothy scurried in his wake, following the bobbing green light of that strange twisted staff, which was surely not the work of the holy druids. Patrick must have been corrupted, just like the land. The dark must have seeped into him. Timothy had to know for sure. Oddly, Patrick followed the old overgrown trail up the hill toward the village, right where he, and his mother before him, had made Timothy promise he would never go. Timothy kept to the trees, starting from shadow to shadow as he followed. Once Patrick was over the hill, he disappeared, and Timothy hurried to catch up. But then he heard a horrible din, a scream and a growl and a wet, ripping sound, and as he crested the hill, he found something his mind struggled to understand. A great beast, like a shaggy gray wolf standing on two legs, reared up over a man who cowered in fear. Another figure lay on the ground, sickly still and spattered in blood that shone black in the moonlight. "No! Please!" the cowering man screamed, but the wolf thing raised its wicked claws and slashed out the man's throat in a great gush of blood. The body fell to the ground by its fellow, and the wolf thing bent over them, sniffing intently, jaws open. The first man on the ground was it Patrick. There was his cloak lying on the overgrown path, so surely it must be. His brother, splayed lifeless on the ground, Timothy alone and forsaken yet again. Hand shaking, heart yammering, Timothy held up his crossbow, trying to remember everything Patrick had taught him, but he wasn't quite close enough, so he scurried forward, the crossbow held before him, until he knew he could hit his mark. Squinting through one eye, he took aim. As if sensing his resolve, the wolf-thing's snout spun toward him, its evil glowing eyes locking onto him, flying wide as it recognized his peril. "This is for Patrick," Timothy said, and he released the bolt. Thump. Timothy reeled at the force of the shot, but the beast's surprised squeal told him he'd found his mark. The bolt stuck out its foul, muscular chest, a black stain spreading through the long gray fur. Whimpering, the monster stumbled and fell to all fours like the wolf it so resembled. Its eyes again met Timothy's, soulful and sad. There was something about that gaze that struck Timothy, though he couldn't place it, as it looked up at the clear sky and loosed a weird, tortured howl that sent the night birds shrieking from the trees. As Timothy watched, the creature fell to its side on one pass and curled up, shrinking into itself. Its fur fell away like wheat under a scythe, revealing smooth alabaster skin traced with blue tattoos. Its snout shrank until its face was no longer so monstrous, and a glowing amulet appeared on its chest. There in the moonlight lay Patrick with the bolt lodged in his heart. Timothy ran to his brother and knelt beside him. "Brother, it was you! But how? What?" "Druid magic," Patrick whispered. "These thieves were on their way to the cottage. They would have killed you. I told you I would always look out for you." You kept sneaking away at midnight, and then you had that strange staff. I thought you were corrupted." "Only as the wolf could I hunt for you and protect you. I wasn't ready to show you yet." Didn't want to scare you. Patrick chuckled, and blood bubbled out the side of his mouth. He pulled his golden amulet over his head and motioned Timoth near. Take this to the druids at Tuldora. They'll show you. They will. The amulet landed heavy around Timoth's neck as Patrick fell back, his eyes empty. Timoth stood, his fingers wrapped around the heavy stone, the metal chain still warm from Patrick's body. Looking down, he could see in this man the boy he'd once loved above all else. But Patrick the man had kept things from him. He could change to this terrifying monster, rip out a man's throat with one careless slash of his talons. How did Patrick know these men were evil, that they were on their way to the cottage? Maybe Patrick took the guise of the wolf to rob unsuspecting travelers. How else could he possess the gold and gem of this very amulet? A noise in the woods startled Timoth, and he grabbed the crossbow and ran toward the cottage as if being pursued by another wolfman. He burst through the wooden gate, pounded up to the house, threw himself inside and locked the door. He was panting as he reloaded the crossbow and stoked the fire. Tonight he would not sleep. The world had shown him exactly what lay beyond the stone wall, and he wanted nothing of it. The next morning, once dawn was fully established, Timoth opened the door to a confusing sight. The garden sagged, the plants brown and limp. The ground was covered in spent blossoms, the trees skeletal and rattling. He took up the crossbow and scurried along the path toward the village, no longer heeding the cautious words of his mother and brother. When he crested the hill, he found Patrick's cloak and staff gone, his body nothing but gnawed bones, tangled up with the skeletons of the other two men as if animals had fought over them. He remembered in that moment how his brother's last words had been kind, loving, and understanding, free of blame or anger, just like the Patrick he remembered from his earliest days, patient and noble to the last. The amulet under his shirt glowed warm as if in agreement. It was like a bolt to his own heart, realizing that he'd been wrong. The darkness had not found Patrick. Timoth had. One sec. Tears sprang up in Timoth's eyes. For all that he felt, his heart must be made of dust. When he looked down upon the hill at the village, he was shocked to see it had been totally abandoned, and was being subsumed by vines and grasses. There was no hope to be found there. There was no hope to be found anywhere. Timoth ran home as fast as his legs could carry him. He slammed the garden gate shut and locked the door on the way to the house. He was almost out of firewood, and the venison wouldn't last much longer. That night he sat alone in the scant warmth of a single log, one of the last chopped by Patrick. As he fiddled with the two wooden dogs, one so clumsy and the other so accomplished, he heard something scratching at the door. He would not go to Tordura with the amulet and seek out the druids, as his brother had asked with his dying breath. He would not go anywhere at all. He would not go outside. Not ever again. Yet more dark might seep in. End of story. Alright, double checking here. There is one more in the book. One left. So we're going to play a bit more of the game here until we hit our break. Let's see, switch over the music. Whoa, I forgot I had different sources. Oh god, I just now realized that that white noise was from that really, really bad I should have just been playing the actual Diablo 2 soundtrack instead of that supposed ambience. Anyhow, that's enough of my complaining. Where were we? What were we doing? After this, I'm gonna have to, like, find, at the very least, a PDF copy of the original Diablo books. Still 209. Still 209. But hey, the gold's good. Oh. I did not realize just how powerful some of my spells had become. Dang. Pause and stab. It's hard to pass up the
This
gold.
must be what Griswold wanted.
Ow. I recognize you. Is that torn flesh of the damned? What the hell is that one? I think it is. A lot of gold. Whoa, I didn't know that was an option. Okay.
Let me see. Well, what can I do for you? Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Yep. Torn flesh of souls. -1 damage from enemies. Indestructible. +10 to Vit. AC 8. For what it is, it's not a bad piece of equipment. It's just very silly and unnecessary. Imperial Band. +2 to all attributes. Faster recovery absorbs half trap damage. Alright. Going for the 91.
Well, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Still nothing new there.
I can't cast that here.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun.
Good day. How may I serve you?
What ails you, my friend?
Can't a fellow drink in peace?
Another chargeable. I mean, if I decide to use chargeable, it's going to be pretty powerful. Let's actually take a look at that. 1 to 16 times 3 hits. And yeah, it's crawling, but
Beyond the Hall of Heroes lies
Oh.
the Chamber of Bone. Eternal death awaits any who would seek to steal the treasures secured within this room. So speaks the Lord of Terror, and so it is written.
oh, we're starting to gain experience again. Against some enemies, at least. Those count. Probably not a bad idea to save, actually. The bats, of all things, the bats are where what are worth experience right now. Those are too. Nice. Alright. We haven't been gaining experience up until now, so it's nice to have that happening again. You know, forward character progression and all that. Hello, hi. Get squished. Wow, I am overheating. Ugh. I don't really care about the rags.
Now where would I put this?
So on the other hand,
Now where would I put this?
well, start by using your space more efficiently. Do we have more rooms like this? That was sweet. Just slot.
Now where would I put this?
Oh, does this mean level 2 guardian spell? Level 1. Level 2. Nice. That's fun. Yay. Always like this place? Yeah. I didn't realize the Chamber of Bones, like, reward was the guardian thing.
Hello, my friend.
And that I
Stay
could
a
just keep
while and
leveling it that
listen.
way.
Well, what can I do for you?
Don't need. That's cool. Don't need. Don't need. Don't need. That's pretty sweet, but don't need. Yeah, what else we got? Nothing. Nothing new. What is going on with you, man? Stop receiving shipments. Get the Nephilim here. I eat
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern
various
of the
magic
Rising Sun.
Good
equipment.
day. How may I serve you?
It is how I protect. By eating magic. Nom nom nom. What else do we have there? Oh, book I don't care about. Blah. Oh no.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah. That was almost bad. Whoa, hi. Yeah, let's... That is such a long hallway. No, I'm going down to the next level. Night Clan. Or the Death Clan. Night Clan. Are the Khazra why I like killing people? Is that actually what it is? I need to think more about this. Wherever you go, there you are. Holy shrine. More stone. Over here. Oh, level actually made a full circle. That's fun. Alright, how do I get in here? What button do I push? Book of Firewall. I just found one of the best damn books. Hell yeah. Book of the Blind. Oh, it's the chamber full of the hidden. I love how this like section of the dungeon too, you don't really have a lot of conversations with the townsfolk because it's so far removed from anything that they would ever deal with that you can talk to them about what you encounter down here, but they're like, oh yeah, I don't know, I guess I heard about that once.
I can see what you see not. Vision milky, then eyes rot. When you turn, they will be gone, whispering their hidden song. Then you see what cannot be.
See.
Shadows move where light should be. Out of darkness, out of mind, cast down into the halls of the blind.
Hell yeah. Let's go tear up the halls of the blind now. Whoa, hi. Optic amulet. No quest-based interaction that way.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Let's 5 more magic. Yes, please. Okay.
Well, what can I do for you?
Sure. I have the money. I may as well.
Well, what can I do for you?
Alright. I forgot split mail in this world is samurai armor. Plus 6 to all. Oh. We can go even further. Even more further beyond. Plus 12. 104? 104? Is it all Book of Chargeable? Book of Chargeable, jeez. Okay. I guess I should actually buy potions. Okay, we also hit the 2-hour mark,
I
so
sense a soul in search of answers.
we're going to take a short break. I'm going to do a stretch and wander around the house just to get some blood flowing in my legs, because I've been sitting still too long. If you folks have been here since the beginning, or if you tune in the middle, I recommend that you take a second to check in with yourself, do a little stretch, refill your drink, and grab a snack. We'll be back in just a moment. See you soon. Oh, we also got to turn on the vibey Diablo stuff. This can go here for a second while I pull up the actual Diablo soundtrack. Much better. Okay. I will see you folks in just a moment. thought about rolling another joint, but I never finished the first one. Devour a cheeseburger right now? I'm in the wrong chat monitoring here. Cute. Thank you everybody for your patience. I'm like, I'm gonna get up and move around. And I did. Walked around in circles, ate some chips and bean dip. Just get a bit of protein in. Way too much salt. But hey, that's American food. Not the way I want it, but it is the way I've lived with my whole life. Okay. We have our leftover partial joint. I guess I'll just roll another later. Since I'm so slow to smoke these anyways. Damn good vibes. Damn good vibes. There we go. I was wrong. I was wrong. Just lighting this joint, I ended up smoking what was left that was smokable, and I should have rolled one right then. Oh well. Oh.
What? Why are you here? All these interruptions are enough to make one insane. Here, take this and leave me to my work. Trouble me no more.
Alright. I'm gonna ask around town about you, though.
What?
Whoa, what can I do for... That lad is gonna get himself into serious trouble. Or I guess I should say, again. I've tried to interest him in working here and learning an honest trade. But he prefers the high profits of dealing in goods of dubious origin. I cannot hold that against him after what happened to him. But I do wish he would at least be careful.
I just caught my fingernail on the side of my desk in the worst way. Oh, that hurt. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Ogden.
Greetings, good
Listen to
master.
gossip.
Well, Farnham spends far too much time here drowning his sorrows in cheap ale. I would make him leave, but he did suffer so during his time in the labyrinth.
Good day. Pepin saved my grandmother's life, and I know that I can never repay him for that. His ability to heal any sickness is more powerful than the mightiest sword, and more mysterious than any spell you can name. If you ever are in need of healing, Pepin can help you.
What ails you, my friend? Before it was taken over by, well, whatever lurks below, the cathedral was a place of great learning. There are many books to be found there. If you find any, you should read them all, for some may hold secrets to the workings of the labyrinth.
One moment. Finishing actually rolling this. Just navigating from person to person one-handed while...
I like Pepin. He really tries, you know. Listen here, you should make sure you get to know him. Good fellow like that with people always wanting help. Hey, I guess I'd be kind of like you, a hero. I was a hero too.
I was a hero once too, you know, until I took a labyrinth to the face. Cheers, folks.
I sense a soul in corruption has the strength of deceit, but innocence holds the power of purity. The young woman Jillian has a pure heart, placing the needs of her matriarch over her own. She fears me, but it is only because she does not understand me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone understands you, Adria. Especially having future knowledge of what you're up to. All right.
What? Why are you here? All these What? Your curiosity.
I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Yes. Chat history. Wow. Oh, gamma controls right in the middle there. Uh... What an interesting error. My alt is being held down, even though it's not actually being held down in any way. When I press it, it disables it. It's just everything is currently set to always display. I guess I'm not entirely opposed to that? Just a strange way for it to be. Whoa! Hi!
Many demons traveled to the mortal realm in search of the three brothers. These demons were followed to the mortal plane by angels who hunted them throughout the vast cities of the East. The angels allied themselves with a secretive order of mortal magi named the Herodrim, who quickly became adept at hunting demons. They also made many dark enemies in the underworlds.
Maximum durability of my bow got increased. That's a new one for me. Hi, Nate. How's your burger? Don't have a burger, but you want one. No! I had a burger. Why didn't you have one? Ugh, my joint doesn't want to light correctly now. That's what I get for teasing you.
It's hot down here.
Same. Okay. So freaking hungry. Aw. Gonna hunt for something. Alright, see you in a second.
Rest in peace, my friend.
We in the caves now, yeah. It's a very good song. Wow, that is one of the most maze-like lava formations I've seen this actually give me. How am I doing? Alright. It's a cozy evening. My ribs are really bugging me, but doing okay otherwise. May as well pull this stuff in. Well, what's Word got?
Psst, over here.
Nope.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Greetings, good master. Well, Jillian, my barmaid? If it were not for her sense of duty to her grandam, she would have fled from here long ago. Goodness knows I begged her to leave, telling her that I would watch after the old woman, but she is too sweet and caring to have done so.
What ails you, my friend? While I use some limited forms of magic to create the potions and elixirs I store here, Adria is a true sorceress. She never seems to sleep, and she
How you doing,
always has
Wayfinder?
access to many mystic tomes and artifacts. I believe her hut may be much more than the hovel it appears to be, but I can never seem to get inside the place.
Why are you trying to get inside her house?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Damn. AC4 or
Greetings!
HP 40.
It's always a... Whoa,
Thank
what can
you.
I do for you?
Okay. Save. I need to reboot because it thinks that I have Alt being held down. It's driving me insane to have everything in town being lit up like a Christmas tree. No, it's still doing it. All right, hold on. What if? Really? Wasn't quite expecting that. I unplugged the external keyboard just to see if it made a difference. That's being done on the machine itself. And there is nothing on that key. Oh, I think I got it. Seems to be doing okay, all things considering. Seem to be allergic to ibuprofen. Oh no. Are you one of the folks? Well, I'm not going to get into it. It's medical stuff, but I hope that the way that you found out wasn't like critically dangerous. I hope that you're doing okay. It is important information to find out, so glad that you were able to do
What can
so
I do
in
for
at
you?
least a semi-controlled manner. Okay. Okay, that's just too slow. There we go. Hello, everyone. Wasn't an emergency, but not pleasant. I've been feeling like shit since. Took an antihistamine, drank a bunch of water, and that's helped. It is interesting to note that antihistamines help in this case. Yeah. I hope that the awful feeling passes. I'm glad that you're generally okay, at least. Uninjured at the very least. Adult onset allergies are an exceedingly frustrating thing to have to like deal with and rewrite some of your life around. Took like Tuesday night, so the worst is long past. Glad it's past. Love that part of the song where the game just starts moaning at you. Oh, lightning demons. something to do from last year, because that's when similar symptoms started. Noticed symptoms getting worse when I took it, so I stopped taking it for a long time. Been a long time since experienced them, and your back was hurting. Decided to try one, and suddenly it came back. Very similar to when attempting to diagnose something like cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome. The only way to do so really is in mild dosage of the exact thing that you may or may not be allergic to. Yeah. Well, shit. Did it at least help the pain? Like, did it help with the back while the ibuprofen was in place? That's the next part that I'm curious about medically. And you don't have to answer these. The human body as a biomechanical structure is intriguing to me. It did. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Wheezing difficulty, breathing, coughing, asthmatic effects. Listen, yeah. It is interesting from a scientific standpoint. Yeah. It also helps talking about it. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. Being able to quantify some of that stuff. The Flare. What a name. You dropped a cap. All that effort for a cap. No cap. Hmm. Northern lights are apparently out if you're in the right place to see it. All I see is light wisps that look like clouds, not like a structure clouds would ever make. Still pretty cool, but no waves of colors, etc. Well, I live in the Denver area, so at the moment, like we'll take a look. I'll step away from the workstation. We'll go take a look here. But it is still a city, no matter what. It is fairly bright. One of the things that I have the advantage of is, though Denver is considered a dark city, there is actually lighting standards in place to keep from there being too much light pollution so that amateur astronomers and whatnot have a chance to be able to look up at the sky. Let's see here. Give myself a moment to adjust. Thank you for telling me, because it is actually visible from here. Very, very light and wispy. Not a whole bunch of rainbow, but definitely striations that aren't just cirrostratus. So that's cool. Back when I lived further up north in Wyoming, there was even less people, even less light pollution, so I got very used to being able to just look up and seeing the Milky Way, like actually being able to look out into the spiral. Alright. Went on a trip to the beach at the beginning of September, could see the galaxy arm in the sky. Yeah, it is so cool being able to just like see the diversity of starlight. That it isn't just one shade, it is much like looking at the clouds and seeing all the wispiness. I think that same clarity
I can't carry anymore.
also lent itself towards me being able to see things more clearly when getting into like the visuals from psychedelics. Less muddling. Ow. Yeah, exactly.
I have no room.
Even an amateur psychonaut myself. Probably more like a journeyman. I make no claims. I'm capable of helping people navigate things that they couldn't otherwise, and understand things that they wouldn't otherwise, but I don't have the time to be a professor. Even though I have put in hundreds of hours of reading on the subject.
What ails you, my friend?
Well, the thing is, like, my stress response to the 2016 election was the world is ending. I need to figure out how to make my own medicine because I'm not going to have access to psychological stabilizers in the future. What's the most readily accessible thing that I can get to? Okay, this. So I start researching. And I had to do a lot of reading to unlearn things that were incorrect in the first place and then begin from the ground up looking at it as a chemical science and as a bioscience, and using my background in HVAC work and atmospheric control when doing vivariums for reptiles and learning how to grow cannabis, like all these things came together to become the skill set necessary to start working on that. But before I ever got to the part of starting and applying any of those skill sets, I wanted to make certain that I knew everything that I could so that what I made was actually medicine and not poison.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I would not say it's a science that necessarily anybody can get into because it requires a certain attention to detail, but at the same time,
Well, what can I do for you?
if you can take the time and let yourself pay attention to those details, you can do amazing things. Resist all and plus 12 to magic. Nice. That's a pretty nice amulet. Yeah. That's a pretty nice amulet.
Well, what can I do for you?
Sunny. 1312 gold, hell yeah. Heart of alchemy is subtlety. Go low and slow, yeah. And the heart of alchemy may be subtlety, but all the stories you hear about trying to do the most grandiose things. All sciences in moderation.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Book of Elemental, Book of Firewall. It would be fun to have these spells. I've got the money. Hell yeah. Firewall level 2 and Elemental level 1. We almost have like half the spellbook now. Oh right, I was gonna pick up that mall. I see now why everything is based on the blue potions. Because just a couple levels into heal and you're already... Your mana bar... 111. What's the mana cost on this? 18. So I could heal myself potentially like... whoa! 5 times. What the hell? No! No! No. All of you, no. Thank you! Thank you, Pepper Twitches. I will hydrate in just a moment. I'm under attack. I hate these things so much. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. so many. Just burn all of them. So much easier. Oh, hey. These damn poison dogs. Hello. I forgot you were here. Stop that. Oh. Quarterstaff. Maul of Speed. Hold on. Oh. It's two-handed, but that damage, 20 to 34, 15 to 24. That is ridiculous. It's just one of those levels. Oh, it's
Now
the
we
end
need to
level.
get this to Griswold. I need to get this to Griswold.
Another Book of Town portal.
Now where would I put this?
You put it in your mind. That's where you put it. Just scoop it up into your brain. Hello. Scrollum of Golem.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Oh, I can hardly believe it! This is the Anvil of Fury! Good work, my friend. Now, we'll show those bastards that there are no weapons in hell more deadly than those made by men. Take this, and may light protect you.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
Whoops.
Well, what can I do for you?
Resist all. Chance to hit. The ball speed is cool, but I don't actually need it.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Well, it looks like I'm going back to get some money. That is one of my favorite spells in the game. In fact, it is the definitive representation of Chain Lightning for most other action RPGs, period. It's interesting.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Also, what else we got? War Staff of Speed, Angel Staff of... Spells are increased 1 level. Quantical Staff of Fireball, Obsidian Staff of Healing, Topaz Staff of Inferno, but Chain Lightning. F6 is now going to be F6. Okay. It is strange to me that F3 and F4 aren't used by the game. But they are used by Devolution X, which uses them as a quick save and quick load. I think I just lost that spell. Okay.
Well, what can I do for you?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Okay. Cool. We have that at least. Go back over here. I completely forgot to sell to her again. Also, I guess we didn't grab the anvil yet.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
help if I didn't mess with it. Alright. Let's go get that anvil that I just walked away from. Hello.
Not enough mana.
Screw that guy. Just drop a robe.
Not enough mana.
Damn, firewall lasts a while. I really like that. Extremely effective.
Not enough mana.
Slow down. Overheated. Are you my quest objective?
I need to get this to Griswold.
You don't say. It is strange how much dodge, like, various enemies do have when they're just idly ditzing back and forth like this, because they don't have that much dodge in a straightaway. And it's not even a matter of the distance, it's a matter of the angle in this. Things can only be struck in fairly cardinal directions in this. Like, it's surprising when I'm able to get these 1/16th angles. I already know what that is. Cool. That took me nowhere. Thank you, game. Thank you.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Always the same between these.
Well, what can I do for you?
Immune to fire. Good thing I'm not using fire. I love the noise they make. Just now realized I have never added to my health, my vitality. Dumb stat. Yeah, I'd just rather not. Make my way back over here. Let's see, did I miss anything? Taking... no. Whoa. Ah, yes, the succubi. Ah, it's wind fire. That's why it hurts so much. Okay. I understand. Yes, hello. Witchfire is a unique boss in every Diablo ever since this one. She's very powerful, and I'm surprised that I haven't read a story about her yet specifically. That battle tore me up pretty bad.
Well, what can I do for you?
Greatsword. Acquired 75 strength. Plate mail of accuracy. 13 to dex. But the big thing here is that 48 defense. AC 27 minus 3, but the fastest hit recovery. I would get a 30% bonus to defense. Would be enough to make the difference. I don't think it would.
What ails you, my friend?
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Whoa. Okay. $109. 124.
Well, what can I do for you?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I just ran through all the wrong things. I just drank like 4 potions and I didn't want to. That sucks. Oh well. Ooh. So well. Okay.
So it came to be.
Hold on.
So it came to be that the 3 prime evils were banished in spirit form to the mortal realm, and after sowing chaos across the east for decades, they were hunted down by the cursed order of the mortal Horadrim. The Horadrim used artifacts called soul stones to contain the essence of Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, and his brother Baal, the Lord of Destruction. The youngest brother, Diablo, the Lord of Terror, escaped to the west.
Honduras.
Eventually, the Horadrim captured Diablo within a soul stone as well, and buried him under an ancient forgotten cathedral. There, the Lord of Terror sleeps and awaits the time of his rebirth. Know ye that he will seek a body of youth and power to possess, one that is innocent and easily controlled. He will then arise to free his brothers and once more fan the flames of the Sin War.
You know, as I think about that, Prince Albrecht was just some kid in this part of the story, but we know nothing about the general power level and capabilities of the members of the family Leoric, aside from Prince Aiden and the king himself. I can't remember his like actual first name, but Aiden in this case, the Regent Aiden, because wow, no, would be that returning prince, the hero, is obviously powerful enough to take down Diablo. Who's to say what magical capabilities lie in the bloodline? And it's an interesting, like, open plot point that they didn't really mess with a whole lot. Is what's up with the Leoric family? Why are they the way they are? Excuse me. Weird tower defense game going on here. No, 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 no. No. I hate all of you. I just want you to
Not
go
enough
away.
mana.
Please just leave me the hell alone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Drink the wrong potion. Use the wrong ability. Save. Save again. Save harder. Okay. Slow down. Bloodstar. I want that spell. Give it to me. I want Bloodstar. It looks so cool. Because it looks like a clean-on photon torpedo. That's why I like it so much. I think the Federation photon torpedo also is red, but I don't remember. Why can they hit me, but I can't hit them? That's so frustrating. Like, they just have a guaranteed hit rate. Scroll left, left upper. No. Bad dog. Fine. Okay. That was awful.
I must be getting close.
Yikes. least that made him stop. Sheesh. Up to town. Party. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, efficiently make my way to Diablo
What ails you, my friend?
without getting wrecked. Wait, elixir of strength? You're just selling them?
What ails you, my friend?
That is not... Pepin never did that. That's... How much gold do I have?
What ails you, my friend?
Thank you.
Well, what can I do for you? Well, what can I do for you? Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
You might think it crazy. Well, I'm gonna go on a break because a bunch of people just left, and I want to change games. We're gonna switch it up for Kingdom 2 Crowns. I will see you all in just a moment. Just gonna do my break for the 4-hour mark a little bit earlier here and do my stretch and wander around. If you've been here since the beginning, I recommend that you do the same, and we'll all meet back in just a couple moments. See you soon. Sometimes you have to just lay down face down on your couch and let your back stretch because it has been hurting me all night. I've been smoking pretty heavily to try and compensate for it, and it's not helping. We're going to play some K2C. We're going to mess around a little bit on the campaign that we got going. And after that, I think I'm going to call it an early evening because this pain is not getting easier. And I don't want to keep medicating further and further into oblivion, making myself less and less intelligible. Let's see. Steam. Steam, you want to work with me? .1. Oh, wait a second. 0.1% of players have set 300 greed on fire, or receive 10 prophecies from the Oracle, or collect all fish, or even sail away from Oracle Island. Okay, so that's... The DLC achievements are just giving way higher rarity. Okay, stop. Stop with that. Stop. Oh, alright. Cute. What was I doing? What am I... Okay, I'm over here. It is winter. We don't have a normal means of getting money yet. Although it looks like my farmers are about to start planting. Is the water running? Oh, the water's running. Winter's over. Okay, cool. Hello, Kelpie. Oh no. Whoops. Okay, what's... Hi. I'm on a horse. It is a water horse. Horse has fun run mechanic. Well, it's obvious I need more archers. Were all of you without tools? Okay. water's frozen here. Is everything thawed for a day and then froze back over? Did I have a glitch? What happened there? This is good. My soldiers need the gold. Oh, folks, I am not feeling good. Oh, bitch. Light the pig on fire. Well, I'm falling asleep at the wheel. Alright. Let's see who's on, where they're going over to. I'm gonna raid out. It's been an evening. Thank you everybody for coming in and for your patience with my late stream. I will be back again tomorrow evening as soon as I am able, preferably at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard, and if not, well, we'll see. My body is mad at me. Okay, let's see. Let me get some things moved around here. Blah. 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 It's me. I'm a dog. I'm here. Let's see. Where are we going? Who's on? What are they up to? I'm gonna send you folks over to Darth Dave, because that's who I want to listen to. So you gotta listen to who I want to listen to. Also, wait a second. No, let's see. Is there somebody else that's in the same category? What are they up to? Oh. Some of these. And we'll skip same category. Let's send you over to Darth Dave as initially intended. Oh, you know what? We're gonna send you to a different furry. Let's send you to Sahar. Start raid. Ah. I'm a sleepy dog. And I hurt.